No, there wasn't any ifness, to be honest. I think Mick knew I was keen to go. It's a good opportunity for my career. Obviously, that all depends on whether I actually get picked up or not. But it's a good opportunity for me, and I think the club have seen that, and both parties came to a good agreement.
Yeah, it's you had a tricky season last season form-wise, but you really started to come back into it, didn't you, towards the end of the season? It must give you a bit of confidence to push on for the coming year. Right?
Yeah, it was a tough season. A lot of ups and a lot of a lot of downs as well. So I think I was ready for the season to end. I've still got a lot of desire for four-day cricket. This is going to be a good break for me and a good time to refresh and get my confidence back. So hopefully next year will be a good one.
Because you love your four-day cricket, but you seem to adore the short game. That seems to be where you really love it, because that's where you get, well, frankly, get to show off, isn't it?
I think because T20 went so well for me last year, and 4 days not so much. There obviously was a lot more passion for myself to do well in that form of the game. But as I said, this winter break now has come at a good time, and it's a good opportunity for me to rediscover my love for 4-day cricket and batting for long periods of time, which is still what I want to do for Notts. But at the same time, it's a big winter for me, T20 wise, and there's a lot of opportunity out there.
Yeah, tell us about that winter. Tell us what you've got coming up.
I've got a couple of months in Australia with the Adelaide Strikers in the Big Bash, and then hopefully 3 T20s against Australia for England, and then fingers crossed, if that goes well, we're off to the Caribbean for another England series, and then hopefully the World Cup, and fingers crossed if it all goes to plan, the IPL. But it is a very long winter and a lot of cricket to be played, so I'm going to have to be on top form and work hard.
It does sound absolutely non-stop. Do you get a chance to work on your game at all during that sort of period?
I think that's probably where I've struggled the last couple of years. That's maybe why my form hasn't been where I wanted it to be in the 4-day game, because it's all been T20 and 1-day stuff in the winter. And I found out the hard way this year that you can't just neglect your 4-day game, because it's a tough game. So I'm going to have to find time this winter to work on my 4-day game and hopefully reap some awards next year. So
how do you do that then? Do you do that sort of off the field, or do you find games somewhere? Do you almost find a club side in between? How do you make that work?
I'm going to find out this winter. I think I'm going to have to find some time, particularly when I'm in Australia. I think there's only 8 games in about 6 or 7 weeks. There is a bit of downtime for me there to work on my fitness, work on my 4-day game as well. Maybe find time to join the club team on Saturdays whilst I'm in Adelaide, and I'll hopefully have a bit of time off in February where I can come back to Nottingham or wherever it takes me to find time to work on my 4-day game. So at the end of the day, it's going to be up to me. But as I said, this break's come at a good time and has allowed me to rediscover my love for 4-day cricket.
Yeah. So, from the sound of things, what you're thinking of this is an escape from the British winter. It's a chance for you to really show yourself and make the most of yourself in T20, but you seem to always have an eye on coming back in May, June, and re-establishing yourself here at Notts. That seems to be what you're saying.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be a challenge for me to find the right balance between wanting to excel in 2020, because obviously there's a lot of opportunity for me out there this winter, and finding the balance of improving my 4-day game as well, because as I found out this year, it is a tough environment, county cricket. The bowlers are intelligent, they do figure you out. So I'm going to have to find the right balance between, keeping my T20 form, at the top and rediscovering my form for Notts.
You're going to have some fun though, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a really, really exciting winter, a huge opportunity for me, and, something I'm really looking forward to.